Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Belated Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good one. This is the first one of the new year. Plenty of videos to come, and we're getting stuck straight into a couples Q&A with my gorgeous better half. Thank you for everyone who asked a question. Hope we get stuck into them. Before we do, you'll notice we've got the boys on the sofa. We've got Wolfie up there fast asleep, Rocky licking my knee for some reason, and Apollo. If they bark, we will pause and get rid of them. But hopefully they will be well behaved. So yeah, like I said, thank you very much to everyone who asked a question. Some absolute filth, mind, which we'll cover towards the back end. We'll start clean, and we'll start on quite a relevant note, which was a very nice question for someone. A lot of my questions were anonymous this time. So anyway, make of that what you will. But first question for us both is, did you both have a good Christmas? What did you do? Babe, did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, very chilled. Just very...
Didn't do a lot, did we?
No, normal.
Very normal, which is something that we've always done actually. Even when I was competing, Christmas was always a time of complete relaxation, and it was no different this year, apart from I maybe was slightly less greedy, which is rare and quite a refreshing change. So yeah, really nice Christmas. We went back to see my parents, spent a week there, no training, no real diet. Well, no diet at all, to be honest.
No.
Cheese and chocolate, standard, but for 7 days. So we are very happy to be back on plan and back on track. But no, we had a great Christmas, and whoever asked that question, I hope you did too. A little bit more interested in this one. I suppose this is more targeted towards you. How was last year with Josh not competing anymore and taking a step back from bodybuilding? I mean, I can answer bits of that, but you answer it for you, because they said, how was it with Josh not competing, presuming?
For those of you that know Josh, he's very much a character of loving routine. So a lot of what he did when he was an active bodybuilder still kind of remains now. And that's fine, I'm cool with that, because I like my routine too. I think what it has allowed him to be able to do is have more flexibility in terms of us doing things more together as a couple. And also, I mean, he's never really like overly grumpy or moody. When you're especially around prep time, you go very withdrawn, and there's kind of, you lose a little bit of connection, and it's just nice now that that's back more on a permanent basis, I would say.
Yeah, I'm a lot more consistent. I think I've said that in previous videos, like my moods are a lot more just level. Like, I still have the odd down day, but on the whole, things are really good a lot of the time. And I certainly, like, because I'm not dieting, I don't have those energy crashes, because I'm not taking as many drugs, I'm not kind of hormonally all over the shop. And yeah, it's been great. I've really enjoyed this as a platform to the rest of our lives, really. We've been, eating out a lot. We've had a lot of meals in. We've done a lot of more stuff together. We still very much live our own lives, and I think that's like an important part of our relationship. Is I have my work, you have your work. I have my passions, she has her passions, and we're very happy for each other to let the other one do their thing. But it's not now like 99% of the time I'm doing my own thing. It's more, I don't know.
It's more so that you... No, I think as well, it's like the energy, I think, that you can bring to the table, isn't it? Like when I would say that you're still doing the same amount of things, it's just that the quality time that we had together, I think, was probably didn't have as much quality to it, because now obviously you've got more energy, personality, you're a bit more alive, rather than just like ticking the boxes, and your energy was invested into getting the... Not that I wasn't important, but like your work,
your
training.
priorities are different. Like I said, I never say you weren't as important, but you only got 100% of energy to give. And if you want to make the most of bodybuilding, you've got to give as much as you physically can to that, and that's going to come at a detriment to other things and other people. And I was very aware of that at the end, and very happy to see the back of it. How did you guys meet?
I slid in his DMs on Instagram.
So all you boys slide into her DMs. It's not how it works. If you get a DM from her, then you're in. Until then, go fuck yourselves. And then I was a little bit hesitant at first, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I won't lie, when she first messaged, I thought she was a catfish. So I was you know, I was optimistic that maybe this is a real person, but until our first day, even until the moment she walked through the door, I sat there, I remember exactly where I sat, and I was looking at the door, and I was very much expecting either a completely different looking woman, or worst case scenario, just a bloke to walk through. So when she walked through, the day was off to a great start, and it went from there. But yeah, that was just over 8 years ago. We had our 8th anniversary 2 or 3 weeks ago. Do you think you will compete again? Now this is on your questions.
It was on my questions,
so
yeah.
I'm going to answer as well,
Okay.
but I want you to answer first, because
Okay.
it's obviously for you.
Okay. I will never say never, but the way that I am with the life that I lead at the minute, my work commitments, how much I enjoy what I do in terms of training. I do 3 sessions a week. I really like it. I don't really weigh out food. I know this is not what you want to hear. I don't weigh out food or follow a plan as such. Pretty good at knowing what I need to get in though, roughly. But unless I have that fire in my belly, I don't personally like the stage look either. Especially for a lot of like the modelling stuff that I do. I never really got as much work or interest when I was super lean. I'm much more favourable when I'm a little bit softer, fuller, curvier, whatever you want to describe it as.
Sexy. I can't see you competing again. I don't even know why you said maybe.
Because I think it's one of them, isn't
you
it?
can never say never.
No, yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't think she ever will, because she has a very great balance right now, and you never were invested as much as like I was with regards to competing.
No, absolutely not.
Like I said, you didn't really like the look. Like for me, if I were ever to come back, like I like that freaky look that I did, and you know, that's one thing I'm getting my head around.
Like, I never had the sheer determination in me, and nor did I want to, and I don't want to offend anyone here, but I didn't want to, a lot of the time, invest a lot of everything that I had, money, energy, into trying to achieve a certain status. So for me, I didn't have enough in me to kind of give to that. And I think you've really got to want it to do it. And that's fine if you want to, that's what you want to invest. But for me, I wanted to invest my money, time and energy into other things that were more important to me at the time. And that's what it's about. It's what is important to you as an individual.
Do you, girlfriend? I don't think I'll compete again, because I'm too competitive, and I just don't think I'll ever look as good as I did. And if you're not going to get better, I don't see the point in risking so much and sacrificing so much. So yeah, not in bodybuilding anyway. Maybe someone else, but we'll see. We will see. I had a few of these questions, so I just selected one because I didn't want to just repeat myself, but it's around your recent surgeries also, fairly recent. So this particular one's probably the most succinct. Can I ask what surgery you had done? You're stunning. And on a side note, that's very correct. A lot of you said that, both in my messages and your messages, and what that has made very apparent to me is that everybody thinks that if that is far more beautiful than I am handsome, because nobody went out their way to say, oh Josh, you're so handsome. They only went, you're stunning, you're gorgeous, you're sexy. So, you know, I suppose that just tells me that I'm winning at life. But anyway, baby.
Oh, but you are.
So
Maybe they're just scared of you.
No, they're not. They could have said it anonymously. They didn't even say it anonymously.
Maybe they're just scared of me.
No, still anonymous. But yeah, surgeries.
Well, if you obviously, I'm presuming that question came to my page.
That was on your page,
Yes.
but I did have a couple of mine about it as well.
Obviously, if you follow my page, there has been a lot of information put on there. There is a reel about my experience, my journey. I was very open and transparent about it. And I do regularly put things on my story because obviously I'll tag in the place where I had my surgery done.
Which
but
was?
to answer your question...
UK Enhance.
Oh yeah, UK Enhance was the place I had it done. I thought you were going to know what did I have done. So I had new boobs and...
There they are.
new boobs and upper blep surgery, which is just removal of any excess skin on the eyelid. Quite hereditary in my family. Just opens the eye area up. So yeah, that's what I had done.
The boobs look great, guys. I can tell you that firsthand, in the person, in flesh, completely naked. They are banging. And in terms of the eyes, I said she didn't need them doing because I thought she was beautiful and I thought it was a bit of a risk. But it turns out that she was right, as always. She's super happy with them, which at the end of the day with any surgery is massively important. And I think off the back of it as well, like a lot of people really think that you've had way more done just because of that.
Yeah.
Like she gets a lot of like, if you had like a facelift, if you had like what have you had done,
People think I've had a fox eye lift, or I haven't had any other surgery on my face, only my eyes done. Yes, I've had enhancement in terms of Botox and things like that, but I've never actually had surgery.
Okay, very ballsy question here. This was to you at your page as well, I think. What's the age difference between you?
So there is...
Let's stop there. Before, comment below. What do you reckon the age difference is? Go. You got 3, 2, 1, baby. And again, age is a tricky one. You're asking a risky question, you know, when a woman's involved. So you're very lucky that if that is both open and not too offended.
Yes.
But go.
Well, I am a cradle snatcher officially. There are several years difference in age between us. Ladies, I totally recommend getting a younger man. Guys, I totally recommend getting an older woman.
Preach.
And that's all I can say on the matter.
Yeah. I mean, as cliche as it sounds, age is just a number.
Actually, it's because when people have seen my before and afters recently, they think I looked older 9-10 years ago than I do now.
And also, yeah, I don't want, and we don't need to kind of go over ages, but whenever anyone, if your female friends or people like that ask you your age, they are always shocked. So yeah, age is not really a factor, and more importantly is how fucking sexy you are. What's the one thing she thinks you love but you secretly dislike? I don't know on that one. There's nothing that I think you think I love that I don't love.
I think one thing is I'd struggle to answer that as well if it were the other way around, because we're quite good at communicating. So we will say like, listen.
If I don't like something, I'll tell her, and if you don't like something, you'll tell me. Like especially the important stuff.
We do things to wind each other up.
I was going to say the next question is what's the one thing that secretly annoys you about each other? But it's not even a secret. Like she, and this is the thing, lads. You probably experienced if you've got a missus, right? They can annoy the hell out of you, and you know you can say don't do it. Won't make a difference. If you annoy them, my God, do you know about it? Eh? Like and like it's gone. You get fucking killed. So the one thing that not so secretly annoys me about that, she tickles the back of my knees. She plays with the nipples, which is great in the right situation. But fucking if I'm like eating or if I'm working, and like she won't stop.
It's just your reaction. It's very.
That's not how it should be.
It's addictive because
and the knees.
giggle.
Yeah, and if I try to tickle it and stop it, exactly. Is there anything else? Nothing else really. I find annoying.
No, again, because the thing is, if like something was really bugging me, I'd be like, don't do it because you're doing my head in.
I think all the other like minor annoyances that we very much like funny things and like jokey, and they're not specific things. They're just in the moment, like they'll be there. So no, we are very lucky. We're not lucky. We've worked on it, but like we get on so well, and we are very on the same page with a lot of shit, which makes life so easy. What's the worst gift she's ever got you? And then the best one. I don't think you've ever got me a bad gift. She's got me clothes before that I've been like, oh God, I can't wear that. That looks shit on me. She got me a pair of those Timberland boots that I was like, I'm not going to look good in them. I'm not going to wear them. But like with everything, fashion, home interior, she nailed it. And then I ended up getting messages saying, oh, you look really good in that outfit. So that teaches me. So no, there hasn't been a bad present. We're very clear with presents though, like if it's not worth getting, don't get it. To the point where, and this is always a risky one, I'm sure you've been in the same position as when a girl says, you don't need to get me anything on Christmas or birthday, and you're like, is that a fucking trick? But sure enough, I basically got you nothing for Christmas. You bought yourself a coat and I gave you the money for it, but 3 weeks early. But she didn't need anything, so yeah. As for the best present, I mean, the best present she's got me is not a single thing, it's every single Lego set that you've ever bought me.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot, you know. At first I thought, oh, that's nice, she's got me one, because she but she doesn't want me to get too much clutter. but then every time I'd like just offhand mention one or say I was thinking of buying one, it then turned up. So the last set I finished was the Weasleys, the Burrow, the house, and as soon as I took that, carried that upstairs, I put it down in my office and I looked up and there was another box, and I initially thought it was the box of that one, but no, it was Diagon Alley. So straight away she's locked me in. That was my...
I'm just trying to indirectly drop hints that when the other person says they like something, the other person gets in, it turns up. So
What have you mentioned?
Nothing yet, but I'm
She's mentioned perfume and you've got perfume.
I did, actually, to be fair. I wanted some Creed Queen of Silk, and I only mentioned it once and I was like, I'll never remember that. And you actually did.
I did, about 2.5 years later.
Yeah, so I trained you well then, yeah.
Sat on that.
2.5, it's not about...
It's quite a long time.
It was about 7 months after, I think.
It's 2.5, it's still dog years. Do you get annoyed, protective when you catch other men looking at her, or do you find it funny?
I think you're pretty calm.
I find it very much depends. Like, if a guy looks at her and I catch him looking, and I look at him and he looks at me, and then he backs down, that's fine. But sometimes people will be very fucking brazen about it. And then it tickles me a little bit and gets me a little bit angry. But to be honest, I feel like any real stress, like if I'm worried about women probably look at you as well, but men looking at her, that's probably more of a relationship issue than a men looking at her issue. And I'm very confident in our relationship, so no, it doesn't bother me. I find it funny. And I think realistically, in the gym and probably out and about, we probably get equal amount of looks from men. Get men looking at me and men looking at you. Mm. So, do you ever catch women looking at me? Not really. You catch men looking at me a lot.
Oh, men, yeah. No, she's saying that, like if we're out in general public and there's like man and wife looking around, or I presume they're together, whatever, as a couple, they both tend to like glance at me, glance at you, glance back at me, glance at you. So it's a bit like, I don't know if they know what they're looking at, but...
Swingers United. Couple of similar questions here. Who's the best cook and what's your favourite signature dish? So I am the best cook. Right, we're back after a short interval because my battery ran out. So I was just saying, had two questions similar. Who's the best cook and what's your favourite signature dish? And we both have very much agreed that I am the best cook. I don't think you've never cooked me anything.
No, I don't trust myself.
She barely cooks herself anything. Very simple meals over there. I'm not an amazing cook, but especially this past year when, nutrition can be a little bit more flexible, I've certainly done a few more meals. Regularly every week I'll cook her a bolognese. We'll have fajita nights, things like that. I'd say probably the signature dish would be fajitas. Fajitas or bolognese. I'd say fajitas is like a kind of thing. But I've done roast dinners. What else have I done? I'm a decent cook, and I do enjoy like sitting back and kind of preparing things and having a good meal, and take a great amount of pleasure because you're a fairly fussy eater. So when she enjoys my food, I feel really accomplished there. So I think from this point onwards, the questions start going a little bit down the gutter. But we'll roll with it. We're not one to shy away. We're kind of easing into it. So first of all, do you properly cuddle every night and morning, or are you normal? I think the former. I give her like I get up. Our sleep times are kind of the same. I get up a lot earlier, so like I'll get up, I'll do cardio, I'll have breakfast, I'll come upstairs. She'll normally be up and about, and we'll always have a cuddle then. At night, I'm not going to lie, I'm normally more interested in my book.
In bed, yeah.
In bed. But we cuddle quite a lot through the day.
Yeah.
I don't know what normal is either. I can't really compare my parents' relationship with normal because they never fucking touch each other. I know your parents are a bit more.
Yeah, my parents.
But I've not been about them enough, so I don't really know what's normal or not. But I'd say we have quite a lot of cuddle time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And to be honest, if I was not working as much and didn't have as much kind of to do, then probably have even more. do you like to be the dom or the sub? Now that was to me. So I definitely prefer to be the dominant one.
You did it last night when I came in.
No,
and
more
took
often.
Over.
I know this. If we filmed this last night, it'd be a very different video, guys. Same position and everything. Yeah, like on a whole, I like to be the dominant one, but I certainly will not shy away from her taking control because, I mean, how can you? I don't think you can have them. If you just have one, you're limiting yourself. Plus, there's like it's a really nice feeling when, you know, she's pouncing on you. You know, you feel wanted. Fuck me, who wouldn't want that? Two similar questions. What's the kinkiest sex you ever had? Weirdest place you've both done it? I mean, I don't know. Nothing's been too crazy, I wouldn't have said. Not kinky wise.
Depends what you define kinky as. Do you know what I mean? I mean, some people like we're not boring in bed.
No.
But
she'll quite frequently dress up in lingerie for me, which is lovely, and a real treat, and often quite a surprise because it's not like last night. Well, it wasn't even last night. It was like yesterday. She just like walked in an amazing set. So you can imagine the boy's eyes popped out of his head, and that was that. In terms of weirdest place, we've both done it. I mean, in our kind of earlier period of relationships, there were a lot of car parks, a lot of back of the car, over the back of the car, hot tubs. So that probably covers it.
Showers, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I should. I always remember one time when. Oh, sorry if people. No, I don't know. Should I say? I don't know if I can.
Which one?
I just remember one time we were in the car park and we were in the back door was open and like you were bent over with your head in it and I was out of it. Like a car drove by, I sort of stopped and it's like yeah. Anyway, my mum does watch my YouTube, so there's.
I'm sure my dad does, and my son.
There's a thought. Anyway, sorry guys. Maybe we should have said something. Anyways.
Listen, it's good to be open about these things. It's only natural. Everybody does it.
Exactly. Birds and the bees.
Absolutely.
Right, now, we haven't got any more questions. I suppose they are questions, but I've got 4 things here that I'm going to put on screen. And this was 4 of probably about 15 to 20 across both of ours. All around OnlyFans and porn. So would you do OnlyFans? This is to you. Would you do OnlyFans Yvette? You're stunning. No. Would you ever start doing porn, solo or together? OnlyFans one day. Could you make a porn film, please? You would make a fortune. We've heard a lot of that, haven't we? You get a lot of it. I get a lot of gay guys messaging me asking about an OnlyFans link. I have no doubt that there would be a lot of money to be made, but at the price of kind of morals and the way we personally believe, and it's not for us, I'm afraid. So if you have followed either of us for that,
the thing is, like,
you can keep hoping.
With all due respect, anyone can do OnlyFans. The dirtier you are, doesn't matter what you look like, the more successful you'll be. And that's not something that I want to be involved in. I want to earn what I kind of like, earn it properly and work for it. So like getting booked for shoots, you know, you choose you based on, you know, your existing portfolio, what you've worked for, how you've built yourself up in the industry, the links that you've made, the communication, your reliability, all things like that. Those are the things that matter to me. So yes, I do a lot of sexy shoots. Some could argue that they're quite borderline to be put on social media. However, there is a lot worse out there, I will say. But that's the reason that I don't really want to get involved in things like OnlyFans, because, you know, anyone can get out there and pour a bit of cream on themselves and flash the flaps or whatever.
Flash your flaps, yeah. I mean, I've always said, like, I have no problems with any of the pictures she does, and if I ever do and she'll like send me one and be like, what do you think about that? Obviously I think it's damn sexy, but will I want it on social media? And if I don't and I say that, then it won't go on social media. I certainly am not like a gatekeeper or a controlling person, but you know, very rarely anything like that happens. And if ever I happen to have an issue with the picture, she'll normally take it down. But I'm like, I don't know, I think for me as a partner, like I'm very proud of how sexy you are. So why wouldn't I want you to show that off? As long as there's like an element of something's just for me, and I definitely get that. So yeah, I just think OnlyFans, while let's just say, listen, if and when both our businesses go absolute tits up,
I'm still not doing it.
You'll see then you might see an OnlyFans link from me. But until then, absolutely not. And I don't think either of that situation is going to happen. So yeah, a lot of people, I'll probably clickbait this video with some form of like porny OnlyFans innuendo to get people on it, and you'll realise it's only the last couple of minutes that we even talk about it. So haha, joke's on you if you watch this far. If you did watch this far, thank you very much. I appreciate all the engagement. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments, we can answer them there. And then the next video from me will be another Pro Series, and we'll kick the year off with a good one, I can promise you that. So thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to my gorgeous assistant for everything she does, and for her, for being here today, because she's very kind giving me her time. But yeah, thank you, Beba.
You're very welcome.
Anything to say?
No, thank you for all your questions, by the way. Any more that we do in the future, please don't be. As you can see, we're very open, so don't be shy to ask.
Don't be shy.
Yeah. Well,
cool.
thank you.
Bye from us. Bye from the boys. Bye. Thank you, guys.